morning, bird brains, and welcome back to Mail Time, episode 16, featuring the one and only, the beautiful Miss Bikenberg.
She's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss Bikenberg.
There's another theme song option. I'm just waiting for someone to get these going. Both of us, of course, rocking our sexy Bikenberg shirts, available at bikenberg.com/merch. Also available is these Bikenberg poker chips, available in both Mia and Molly version. There, I'm going to cut the close up.
These ones.
We got two packages today. One is from the U.S. and one is from overseas. That seems to be kind of the pattern we've got going on here. So which one would you like to open first?
Joyzy.
Joyzy? So speaking of Joyzy, this is from the Motorcycle Men podcast. If you don't remember, a couple months back, I was actually interviewed on their podcast. A very good podcast, guys. Go and check them out. I'm not just telling you to go check it out because I was on it. I love podcasts and I love good podcasts. Their podcast does not suck. It is good. Go check it out, guys. Tell them Bikenberg sent you. Speaking of podcasts, me and Roadblock are actually planning on starting our own podcast, but hopefully by the time this comes out, you guys already know about that. But anyways, this is from the Motorcycle Man podcast. Yeah, I don't know about this. There you go.
Thanks. That guy, the Motorcycle Men podcast guy, he sounds to me like Howard Stern.
Oh, there you go, Ted. How's that for a compliment?
Like when I was listening to it, I had it like on in the car, and I was like, God, it sounds just like Howard Stern. It's a great voice. He
does have a good voice. Great interview skills too. That guy, like I said, they ain't no joke.
Alright. Please hold.
What the hell did you put on this thing, Ted?
Here you go.
Alright. I'm going to use my fancy podcast voice here. Once again, like I mentioned last episode, this was sent on December 10th. So, yeah, delays and gaps and scheduling. So, yeah. Alright, Justin, thank you so much for being on the show. You were great, and it was a lot of fun for me as well. I've enclosed in this envelope some stickers and business cards, as well as a poker chip from Harley-Davidson of Ocean County. The chip is inside a little silk bag. I tell you this because I saw on your last mail video that the chip was missing. If it's not in the envelope with this letter, let me know and I'll send you a new one. We've got snow on the ground up here in Jersey now. Let the bitching begin. My best to you and Miss Bird, Ted. From the Motorcycle Men podcast, remember, they say stupid crap so you don't have to. It's actually their little slogan there. It's funny because one thing that you didn't get to hear in the episode, it was after the interview had quit. The episode before that, his brother had mentioned that everyone in Texas and down south can go f themselves because we were still in the 80s at the time and they were already getting snow. I told him, let's just wait a few months when they're in the 80s and we're in the 110s, and then he can go f himself. So, but that was after the interview was over, so that wasn't in the episode. So if I want to go ahead and cut the close-up of these stickers here, Motorcycle Men podcast stickers, these are actually pretty nice. Oh, Orful. This is actually the same vinyl that I use for my own vinyl business. So good stuff. Good stuff. And of course, business cards here, a podcast. It's about the ride. Harleys, food, roads, and stuff. Ted, Tim, and Chris. You can reach out to them at motomenpc@gmail.com. You can also check out all episodes and other information at www.motorcyclemen.us. Motorcyclemen.us. You can also find them on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and iTunes. Just search Motorcycle Men Podcast. And then now, on to the chip.
Whoop-ha!
Whoop-ha! Woo, it's purple!
Yeah.
Cut to close-up. On the bar and shield side, we have Lakewood, New Jersey. HDOceanCounty.com. On the back side, we have Harley-Davidson of Ocean County with a lighthouse with the bar and shield. That is pretty awesome.
That's a pretty color purple. Is it the same as the other purples?
I think it is. I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just because this one has a lot of silver on it. It makes it look different, but I believe it's the same. Well, Ted, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. I would gladly come on again anytime.
That's good.
Like I said, hopefully once we start our own podcast, we can do some... Maybe we can interview you sometime, so that'd be kind of cool. All right, moving on to the next one.
This one?
I'm not quite sure where this one is from.
Singapore?
I think it's from Singapore. The stamp says Singapore, but the address is difficult.
The address is
the name
mostly
is
numbers.
Difficult.
Yeah, so it says the return address is Mr. Nickel Ong Ding.
Mr. Nickelanding?
Nickelanding. I don't know. I'm sorry.
We're just white. You know.
We're not worldly people.
We're definitely not worldly people. That's a great explanation.
I mean, I would like to be, but it's like even the address on this just looks so confusing to me. Like it's just a slew of like numbers and symbols.
I think they're letters, but
oh, there's only like 2 letters in the whole thing.
Those are letters to them that they get really offended when you call them symbols.
Oh, these like a pound?
No, well, you were pointing to those.
No, I mean I know those are letters, but it's the only letters. I mean symbols like the pound sign and like a dash and parentheses. Those are all symbols.
Hashtag. Okay. Well, can I cut it or?
Yes, you can cut it. Mr. Offended, this little snowflake.
I'm just saying. No, I lived with a Korean for a while back in college, and he taught me some of the ways of people overseas, and he said they don't like when Westerners call them symbols because to them they're letters. I'm just, you know what?
What are you opening it for? What are you doing? What's happening?
I was just going to hand this to you because I thought it was another envelope, but it's not.
Is the world gone mad?
I thought it was another envelope. I was going to hand it over to you.
And?
You wonder why you're in this. I'm just kidding. Open it. Open it. Open it.
Airmail. Oh.
Is that the letter?
So confused. Yeah. 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 Wow.
Wow.
That's.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, this part is really cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, usually you, like, post the letter part up on the wall, but, like, this is neat. Like, I would frame this and just, like...
I think that's just, like, their backing to, like...
I know, but it looks cool.
It does look cool. All right. Bike and bird. Oh, he even drew a little bird brain symbol. That's funny. Hey, man. Greeting from Singapore. Love your channel. So I'll let you know you have a viewer out of USA as well. I have not seen any chip from Asia, so here is one from Singapore. You and Blockhead inspired me to get a Sportster, so I got myself a Sportster 48. Do feel free to check out my Instagram at... Okay, I'm going to spell this for you guys because I don't want to butcher this. We have NICKUNAMATATA. Nick Unamatata. Ooh, Nick Unamatata. And it would be awesome if you can follow me. I definitely will. P.S. Please make more sporty videos. Love them and cheers. Ride safe. From Nicole. I think it's Nicole. Nicole. P.S. Chip color is based on Singapore's flag. Awesome.
Oh, that's super cool.
I love when it has a little tie in there. That's awesome. All right. Let's see it.
Whoop-pa.
Whoop-pa. Ooh, it's white. All right, on the cut to close up. On the bar and shield side, we have Harley-Davidson of Singapore with the bar and shield. And on the back side, we have Harley-Davidson of Singapore with the bar and shield. That's super dope. I think this... It's not my first Asian one because I got that one from Japan. Now I have 2 from Asia.
Singapore. Man,
that'd be funny if we pit the countries together to see like who can get me more chips. Like... Asia's in the lead. Well, that's not a country. I know it's a continent. Maybe pit the continents together. Like Asia's in the lead, 2-1 over Germany. Europe.
The Olympics of chips.
The Olympics of crisps.
The crisp Olympics.
Well, guys, once again, huge shout out to Ted from the Motorcycle Men podcast, as well as Nickel. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. If not, I'm white, forgive me. But huge thank you to the guys. Before we wrap this one up, of course, we're going to go ahead and throw it over to a close-up of what we have so far. So if you have a chip that you don't see on the board, or you see on the board and you want to send it in with your own little story, letter, picture, go ahead and send it over to the address here on the screen. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.